Well, hey there, American Farmsteaders. This is Jenny with the Grahamstead Family Farm.
And Donna with Hazel Bell Farm.
And we are coming to y'all from Northeast Florida as two American Farmsteaders doing our best to grow our own food and share our homesteading experiences with you in hopes that you'll grow a little food of your own.
Yeah, we've been in a garden theme.
Yes.
At the moment.
Yeah, because it's fake spring.
I love
Currently,
it.
still, like it's really lasted a long time.
I got a little too much sun yesterday on my shoulders playing in the garden. So yeah, I'm excited about it. I'm so thrilled for garden season this year, and I'm working my tail off to get it going. So
yeah.
One of the things that we're getting ready to plant.
Yeah, one of the first things that goes in.
Potatoes.
Potatoes.
Yeah.
Yeah, and generally, a fairly easy thing to grow. I mean, once you kind of get the knack of it and know the process. So seed potatoes, anyway, for our area down here in Florida, we actually both have a mutual friend that her grandfather was a potato farmer. And he said that he would always put, no matter what the weather is, on Valentine's Day, every single year, that's when he would plant his potatoes.
That's when they go in.
That's when they go in, no matter what the weather is.
Yeah, I'm not doing that this year. I have, though, for several years. I've done that also. But no, I'm putting mine in now.
Yeah, no. Well, I mean, it's almost Valentine's Day.
It is, and I'm more of the I got to do it when I can.
Yeah.
Season right
so
now.
Are they like ready to go in the ground? Like you've already got them prepared?
I have not. I have the potatoes, the seed potatoes, but I haven't done anything. So I guess they'll go in a couple days.
So likely they'll probably go in kind of close to Valentine's Day.
Probably.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, thanks.
I mean, because it is the 6th of February.
It is.
As this day that we are recording.
Yeah.
But yeah, so where'd you get your potatoes from? Let's start there.
Specifically or just general?
Yeah, just in general.
Okay. So your local, I would go local.
Yes.
And find a place who sells, they're just called seed potatoes. You want to go to like your local small farm co-ops or garden center. Even some big box stores have them sometimes.
Yeah.
At this time of year. So
yeah, and I mean, if you can really find that local store that carries seed potatoes, it's usually going to be a variety that does well in your area.
Yes.
Ace Hardware is my favorite place to get my seed potatoes. My second favorite place to get my seed potatoes is from Haas Tools. So they usually have a good selection. Again, I mean, they're in the South. They're only like a couple hours north of us.
From us, yeah.
So I feel like they're usually a pretty safe bet for Southern growers.
Yeah, I got some from the Ace near our
Yeah.
feed mill. That particular Ace is kind of like a farm Ace, a farm center. And so they have like bulk seed and that kind of thing. So they sell big bags, 10-pound bags of seed potatoes. And they have a few varieties they're offering. So you can usually find like a red, a white, a gold, a blue.
That's right.
And so take your pick.
Yeah. So some gardeners even have luck with grocery store potatoes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you do that, you want to go organic.
Yep.
And so that they are not sprayed with a growth inhibitor. They can't guarantee that they're virus free that way. I have done that.
Yeah.
And I've had some success.
Yeah.
But honestly, like my best potato years have been buying seed potatoes, not growing from my own stock, but buying them from like the Ace or, I'm trying to think of another place I might have done that. And I think it's just Ace, to be honest.
It's usually Ace that I buy from.
Yeah.
Yeah. Once you've got your seed potatoes home, you need to let them sprout. You may also hear this called chitting.
Yep.
And so that's just the process of allowing them to sprout. It can be done before or after you cut your seed potatoes. I usually do mine before. I like to just leave them in the bag.
Yeah.
Keep them in the dark, put them in the pantry, and they'll just start to sprout on all of the eyes.
Yes. So you can speed that up a little bit. You don't want them to be out in full sun, but you can give them a little bit of light and you can give them a little bit of moisture. You don't want them wet, obviously. They'll rot. Right. But you can put like a wet paper towel nearby. something like that. Or you could do a very, very fine mist spray if you want to like lay them out in a tray kind of thing. But
right.
I mean, I'm not saying like sprinkle or spray water in your bag of potatoes. Don't do that. You're going to have maggots in your potatoes before long.
Yeah.
But you can just offer them just a little bit of humidity in the air nearby and, like some indirect light, and they'll sprout a little faster.
Yeah. So once you've got them sprouted, and you'll hear and you hear varying things on this. Some people are like, oh no, just plant the whole potato.
Right. And that's why I said,
right.
like, I'm just going to do it.
Right.
I may just do that.
Right. Like some people do. They just plant the whole potato and run with it.
Yeah.
Some people really like to cut their larger potatoes, especially into like smaller chunks, 2 or 3 pieces. Mm-hmm. You might feel like you get a little bit more bang for your buck that way. Mm-hmm. Because, if you can plant 4 out of 1 potato, why just plant 1 potato?
Yeah. Now, if you are doing that, you need to make sure that each piece that you cut has an eye.
Yeah.
So those little spots where they're going to grow out of.
Yeah. I try to do 2 eyes per cut.
Yeah.
Me personally. But
and I only do cuts on my bigger potatoes anymore because I've done it where, I had like a 1-inch cube piece, but it had an eye.
Yeah, right.
And that plant grew like a potato.
Right.
Or maybe a couple of tiny little potatoes.
Right.
So you're going to get more plant and more production out of a bigger piece or even a whole potato.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Good tip.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so when to plant potatoes? I mean, we already kind of touched on when we should plant potatoes, but
yeah, but not everybody's
it's
here.
It's not about us,
right?
So we have kind of a general zone list, planting by zone list here for potatoes, and take this with a grain of salt. Y'all know your area much better than we know our area. Look around for other gardeners, other growers in your area, see what they're doing, see when they're putting their potatoes in, to kind of gauge when the best time may be. So south of us in zone 10, anytime between January 15th and the 31st.
Okay.
So super early. Zone 9, that's us. That's February 1st through the 28th.
Perfect.
Got time. Zone 8 is February 15th to March 15th. Zone 7 is March 1st to the 31st. Zone 6 is March 15th to April 15th. Zone 5 is April 1st to the 30th. Zone 4, it's getting cold, April 15th to May 15th. And Zone 3 is May to June.
Okay. So I think in general, you could say 2 to 6 weeks before your last frost. Potatoes can handle some frost.
A light
frost, yes. If you are expecting a heavy frost, you'll want to cover them. And even still, if it's a hard freeze, the tops will die back, but the plant should sprout again.
Right, but when you're planting them several inches deep down into the ground. It's going to take those tubers a little bit of time to break the surface of the soil. So if you're going to have a frost and everything's underground, you're pretty safe.
Yeah, definitely.
Yep. Okay, so where to plant potatoes? Okay, so I would say for the best crop to plant your potatoes in an area that gets at least 6 hours or full sun. They're going to do best in loose, sandy soil. I mean, if you think about it, it's a tuber that needs to grow underground. So if you have a real heavy, compact soil, those tubers are going to have a harder time growing.
Yeah, add some sand. I always say add compost. Compost is like the miracle amendment to fix whatever your soil type problem is.
Right.
If it's too sandy, compost. If it's too much clay, compost. If it's too rocky, compost. So add some compost. They do need loose soil for sure.
Yeah, and they prefer fertile, well-drained, slightly acidic soil. So what amendments, like if somebody was going to test their soil, off the top of your head, do you know of any amendments that are better to make soil slightly acidic?
Oh, to make it acidic?
Yes. Slightly acidic.
Ooh, you tripped me up a little bit. I thought you were going to ask for the macronutrients. I don't know off the top of my head what would make soil slightly acidic, other than peat moss.
Okay.
I know that because we plant our blueberries that like acid soil, but they like very acid soil.
Right.
So maybe go light on the peat moss.
Yeah, pine is acidic.
Yeah, which again, like our berries, we would mulch with pine needles.
Right. Yeah. Or even like a finely chopped up pine bark, you could mulch your potatoes with that.
Yeah, there is a mineral, and I can't think of it off the top of my head, that can help you acidify soil. Is it azomite? I don't know. I couldn't tell you. So don't quote me on that.
Right.
But I mean, most garden vegetables like a slightly acidic soil anyway. So if you're growing other stuff there, you're probably fine.
Yeah.
I thought you were going to ask about micronutrients. They like that NPK. They like the P.
Yes. Right.
So they like the phosphorus, and I like to use bone meal for that.
Yep. Yeah, so prepping your beds,
Right.
if you want to do a soil test, you can absolutely do a soil test. That's always recommended before you add anything. Do I do that? Nope. I usually just add stuff and wing it.
Same seas. And we're growing food.
That's right. And one of the things that I always do, pretty much no matter what I'm planting, is I'm going to loosen my beds. I don't use a broad fork. I just use a pitchfork. Just go down the row with the pitchfork just to kind of break that soil up, loosen it up. Because again, you're planting a tuber, so
Right.
you want to make sure everything's nice and loose. And of course, get the dang grass out of there.
Yeah, and then if you feel like you want to or need to add any amendments, like I said, bone meal is good. I also do a granular, well-balanced fertilizer. Plant Tone is my go-to, and so the granular fertilizers are a longer release, so they'll get something in a couple weeks out of it.
Okay.
So that's what I do.
So yeah, after your beds are prepped, you're basically just digging a trench down the row, about 3 to 6 inches deep. People do it different. Some people really put them potatoes pretty deep in there. I don't think I usually do 6 inches. I think I usually do like 3 to 4.
3 to 4, yeah.
Is that what you do? Yeah. So depending upon the variety too, is, how far apart you're going to space them. So whatever variety you're planting, you're going to need to look that up. Generally speaking, I'd say 6 to 12 inches apart. And then cover them bad boys up with some soil. Put those potatoes in there or those cuts in there with the eyes facing up. Cover them up.
Water them well.
Okay, so let's talk about, what about growing potatoes in containers?
Yeah.
Have you tried it?
I have actually. So potatoes are one of those things that it took me several years. I was gardening for several years before I decided I want to try to grow potatoes. I don't know why I thought it was something that home gardeners didn't do, that it was like, it was just too difficult. It was like next level to me, that's not for me. That's like starting seeds kind of thing. I would just go buy whatever starts I could find at Home Depot, to be honest. That's what I would grow in my garden. So it was a few years before I spread my wings a little bit and went, I'm going to grow potatoes. And, so the first time I did so every homesteader out there has made a pallet compost system, correct?
Yep, it's true.
Whether it's successful or not. I had that going on, and I was like, I'm just going to put them in there. And so, I mean, that's kind of a container.
Kind of.
/ raised bed-ish. Yeah. So it was filled with compost, and I put some chicken poop in there because I didn't know any better. And I probably sand, I'm guessing.
Right.
And just, kind of buried them there in the top. And then as they grew up, I just added more stuff, more soil. And I grew potatoes. It probably wasn't like the best harvest I'd ever have, but I'm sure it wasn't. But I did grow some potatoes. It worked. I see people grow them in pots all the time.
I know. There's all kinds of nifty little things that people build to grow them in, like the containers that you remove the bottom of the container and harvest underneath, which I think that container, and this kind of touches on something that you just said about how as soon as you'd see the tops come up, you'd cover them.
Yeah. Oh.
Hilling.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
so not all potatoes need to be hilled, right?
Right. So there's determinate and indeterminate varieties of potatoes.
Yep.
So
yeah, so those grow buckets where you're constantly covering everything back up, those would be your indeterminate potatoes. Those are going to grow to an indefinite length as long as you keep covering them up.
And conditions are right for them.
That's right.
They'll just keep making potatoes.
They'll just keep going. And so the potatoes are gonna sprout all along that stem. Now, here in Florida in the South, we grow more of a determinate variety. I'll hill them a little bit in the beginning, but not much.
Yeah. So, and the reason for that is by the time they're putting on tubers,
it's too dang hot.
It's their rainy season.
Yep.
They'll get swamped out and they'll just rot in the ground. So that's why we grow those.
So that's another important thing to figure out when you're buying potatoes. You need to know, like, are they indeterminate or are they determinate?
And that's why we say talk to your local people.
Yes. Yes, absolutely.
Yeah. We've done the laundry basket thing too.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I think my kids did that with, like, you layer in like compost, maybe like your native topsoil and straw, which we used hay back before all the hay to be found anywhere nearby was sprayed with Grazon.
Right.
So yeah, we did that. Like you layer a few layers in the bottom of a laundry basket.
Okay.
That has like holes in the sides of it, right?
Yeah.
And then you put your potatoes in, you bury them over. When they sprout, you water them.
Yeah.
And you keep adding a little bit of soil. So, I mean, it probably was a determinate variety, but we didn't know better.
Right.
It was like a Pinterest find thing, and it was fun. And so then you just dump out your laundry basket, and you've got your
and
potatoes.
hopefully you have potatoes. It's kind of like the whole Ruth Stout gardening method with the straw.
Yeah.
Like that was her big thing. Like she grew potatoes in straw.
Right.
Not in the soil.
Right.
Like she put them seed potatoes down and put them in straw and grew potatoes.
Right.
I don't know.
Yeah, she
I'd
was
really
cool,
like
though.
to try it. Yeah, she was very cool. So how often should we water our potatoes and how much water?
Okay.
Yeah, so you want to be sure that you water your potato seeds after you plant them. You want to make sure that everything's being planted in well-drained soil. That way you're not sitting in water because they will just rot very quickly. So too much water right after planting can cause like crazy-looking potatoes.
Oh, really?
So I heard in the research.
I didn't know that.
A general rule of thumb is 1 to 2 inches of water a week for potatoes.
Okay.
Yep.
I'm just thinking how that applies here locally when we grow potatoes during our drought season. So, yeah.
Yeah. Well, yeah, and that's the thing. Like if you're in a drought, like potatoes are going to need consistent moisture to continue growing. You know, if you get them going and then you go through a drought and you're not watering them, you're probably going to stunt them, I would imagine. So once your plants come up and have gotten pretty tall, you'll probably get some potato flower blooms. That's when you really kind of need to up the water a little bit. Be sure you're doing at least 1 to 2 inches, if not a little bit more. So how to water them?
Yeah. So potatoes can be prone to disease. So like everything else around here, bottom watering is good.
Yes, because they will catch blight super fast.
Yep.
My potatoes always do.
Yeah, I mean, mine are, I feel like by the time they're getting nasty like that, they're getting done anyways. Yeah. So it's never really that big of a deal to me. But we have had years where we lost more ahead of time. So mosaic virus is one that affects them.
Yep.
And then, there's a blight.
Yeah.
So bottom watering's good. You can use a little soaker hose. Mulching is good to help keep moisture in.
Yep. Help conserve the water. I mean, the whole entire garden. Like,
Sure.
yeah. Got to mulch. No bare soil.
Yeah, I'm working on it.
I know, it's hard. Like, I mean, you need a lot of material to have no bare soil.
Yes. Yes. So if you are in the South and now is the time that the leaves fall, right? Like it doesn't happen in the fall like everybody else in normal growing seasons. Our leaves are falling now because, new growth is getting ready to come on. Now's the time to be collecting leaves to mulch your garden with.
Yes, collecting leaves. And two, like try to research out in your area, like what plants can you grow for bulk material? Like here for us in Florida, it's like banana trees.
Right.
Because every single winter, those are going to die back and you're going to have these huge leaves that you can essentially just turn into mulch or add as a brown to your compost pile. So
Canna lilies.
Canna lilies is another popular one for this area.
Anything that you want to grow, like the sun hemp, like as a ground cover.
Yep.
Like anything that's going to grow big like that. Sudan grass, those kinds of things you can use as a ground cover and then whack it back and use it as a mulch. Those are good things. Yeah, I've been on, so that's one of I said dead leaves, because that's one of the things that I'm doing right now is I'm walking around my whole property, all up and down my driveway and all with, my push mower and the little bag and taking a little cart with me so I can keep dumping that bag. And then that's my garden mulch this year.
That's the name of the game right now. I know I'm working on a compost pile, got to get this stuff ready so it's ready to go for spring.
Because I'm sorry, but I know it's fake spring. I know this. But, we talked about before how Almanac and USDA growing zones changed. Like Almanac now says that our last frost date is estimated middle of February. Right. So if you look at the long-term forecast, it's not getting anywhere near frost temps. Like I'm ready to plant now.
Yeah.
I know I'll probably regret that. So I'm only planting a little bit.
There'll be some severely cold day right at the end.
It'll be like March 10th. Yeah, you're right. And I'll be scrambling with water bottles covering up tomatoes. Yeah.
Yeah. So harvesting potatoes, how do you know when they're ready?
So for me, when the plants die back.
Yeah.
Right. The tops die.
And they're starting looking ugly and falling over.
All depressed that, oh no, what's wrong with my potatoes? No, that's normal.
They're done.
It's time to dig them up.
Dig them up. So curing and storing your potatoes. Yes, you have to cure them.
You do.
Me personally, I just like to pull them up. I do my sweet potatoes like this too. I just like to pull them up and put them in the wheelbarrow and leave them out in the sun.
Okay.
Leave them dirty.
But not for too long.
Don't wash them.
No, don't wash them.
Don't wash them. Don't leave them out there for too long.
Yeah, too long, they're going to get green.
Yeah.
And if you wash them, they're going to get green.
Yeah.
So I kind of made that mistake last week with a little bit of potatoes I dug up that I had planted over winter. But I washed them and didn't bring them all in. So a few of them are green, but they'll just go back in the ground. It'll be all right.
Yeah. You can also just put them in a cool, dry place. Yes. Out of sunlight. Couple of weeks.
So
leave them dirty.
Yeah, I like to lay them in a cardboard box, single layer.
Yep.
And then use construction paper or craft paper, balled up, crunched up in balls. So there's some airflow. So a layer of that, and then another layer of potatoes. Yeah.
Yep.
And so I'll do that, and that'll get us a few months. At some point after 2 to 3 months, nothing matters anymore about airflow or darkness or anything, because it's Florida. It's 100% humidity. It's 100 degrees out. Yeah, they only last so long. We don't have root cellars. If you are somewhere where you have a root cellar capability or a basement or something like that, then that's a good place.
That's nice.
So I will take what's left.
Yep.
Also, if you check those periodically, if any are going bad, get them out now so they don't spoil the whole box.
One bad apple.
That's right.
It's true.
One bad tater. And then as you see them sprouting eyes, pick them off, and that'll buy you a little bit of time also. And then when we do get to the end where it's okay, I have all these potatoes that are going to go bad or go soft or whatever, then I go ahead and I can them. That's how we like them.
We loved canned potatoes here. And I think last year I think it was last year, you canned potatoes, but like you sliced them up as fries.
Yeah, we
canned
did.
them.
And slices.
I've never even thought about doing that.
Yeah. So this year, my guys have requested that I shred them for hash browns. And I don't think that's going to can. I think
don't know
that'll
that
have to
will
be
can
frozen.
well, yeah.
So we'll see.
Yeah. That might get a little mushy.
Yeah, and I'm not big on adding stuff to the freezer if I don't have to, so they might have to bribe me.
Right.
to do it. Because freezer space is, hot commodity. So.
Yep. So I finally got around to starting some tomatoes and peppers, which is a little late for our area, I know, but I'm not in a hurry because we're going on vacation during our prime planting season. So my garden's going to be planted late. So
not terribly late.
Not terribly late. 2 or 3 weeks later than what I would normally do, probably. Right. So not a big deal. So that makes me feel okay about starting seeds late.
I have lots of tomatoes and peppers and eggplants started.
Nice.
So I'm already hardening off some of those tomatoes, and they're doing great.
Nice. I know you're just itching to put them in the ground.
I'm dying for it, Jenny. I have one flat that spent all day outside in the sun yesterday, and they look great.
Right. And as long as you have a way to cover them.
Yeah, they're still babies.
Yeah. If you put them in, cover them. Save some on the side that you don't put in just in case.
Yeah, and here's
because I know that you started more than you need.
Why would you say that? It's just so offensive. I have a few tomatoes. So my thought is we're not going to get a freeze. We might get frost, but we're not going to get a freeze. So I have plenty of frost cloth.
Yeah.
So I think they'll be all right.
Right. We have a blog post about that.
Frost cloth, we do. What's the best one? Yeah, we'll link it in the show notes along with our potato post.
Yes, because we have a whole potato post in there for y'all to check out too. So I hope that y'all are starting your seeds and getting your garden ready because
Spring's
I know
coming.
That's what it's all about around here. So
yeah, all kinds of stuff happening though. Like the egg production is up.
Yeah, it's starting to get eggs again.
You've got so many lambs.
I have so many lambs right now. Where we ended up with 9.
It's spring.
Yeah, we lost 2, so we would have had 11.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
I'm like, wow, okay.
That escalated quickly.
That happened really fast. So now I feel like just 2 months ago I had like 5 sheep and now I have 19.
Yeah. That happened to me last year during lambing season. I was like, oh, what have we done?
Right, like hold on, what's going on here? Yeah, so I'm starting to, solidify some plans for some better winter birthing shelter for them for 2025, 26 winter. Because we're going to need a little bit more infrastructure than what we have right now.
Yeah, that's a lot of mamas and a lot of babies.
I've got a little chute catch pin kind of thing that I've got designed in my head to start running them through, like if we need to shear anybody or, if anybody needs anything done. That way we kind of have a better game plan for that because as of up till now, it's like, okay, just catch them.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we need a better game plan than that if we have 19. And then
that's a good idea.
I think next year like next lambing season, I think we'll have like maybe 10 mamas that will be lambing. Yeah. So it's going to multiply really fast.
So some sheltering.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. So
that's cool. I'm so happy for you.
Yeah, that's going to be the goal. I think that's going to maybe try to be a little bit of a focus for a little while.
My focus is dairy cows.
Yep.
Still.
Yeah, still.
I was thinking about it this morning. I'm like, we're just like in this great routine, it's taking a lot of time, but, it's taking a lot. I figured that I'm working 65 hours a week on just dairy cows.
Right.
Like it's crazy right now.
Yeah.
But I'm doing it, and it won't be like this forever. So I started trying to like figure in my head, like, okay, well, who's ready to go down to once a day milking? And like, at what point can those other cows go to once a day milking? And,
right.
that kind of thing. Like, and then,
is there a light at the end of the tunnel?
Yeah. And there is for sure. And then like breeding, and they have to dry off before they calve again, and we're breeding, and, everything's working the way it's supposed to work. I just don't want everybody to calve at the same time again, like we did.
Right.
So, because it's crazy right now. It is crazy right now. So we've got milk coming out of our ears. I've got one more to calve, which I can't.
Who's left?
Violet.
Okay.
The cow that tried to die all summer last year.
Yes, Violet. Oh, gee whiz, Violet.
Yeah, I'm very scared for her to calve. I'm worried about reoccurring mastitis with her. I am.
How many times has she calved before?
I think twice.
Did she have issues with calving?
Not with calving. So her first calf, she delivered a stillborn early.
Okay.
Or maybe it was born early and it didn't make it, something like that. Her second calf, she refused to take.
Okay.
So that's kind of the situation I'm in right now with our Dolly White we talked about last week.
Right.
Is a high producing cow that has to be milked twice a day. She really could use 3 times a day right now in the beginning, but I'm trying to not push her with this much trauma as she had. And we're just now, it's been 2 weeks, getting to a good healthy udder, a good routine, not kicking all the time,
Right.
It's okay.
Yeah.
So, Violet, I'm scared for her. She's with her history of mastitis, and she doesn't want calves, because if you keep calves with them, then they help keep that udder cleaned out.
Right.
So, I'm scared.
I'm sure it'll be interesting.
It will be, and fair season too. So we're involved with a couple of local fairs, with one of our dairy heifers in particular. And,
right. So when is Violet's due date?
I think it's February 27th.
Okay.
It's like 3 weeks.
Okay.
I think she's going to go after that. She doesn't look like she's anywhere near doing anything. So.
Jeez. Well, our Mary that I bought from you.
Mary 2. Yeah.
Mary 2. Mary 1 and Mary 2.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, Mary 2 had twins, and our ram was being really ugly to the twins. And anytime, like, the twins nursed, like, immediately, there was no issue, like, within the first, like, probably 6 or 8 hours. But after that, the ram started, like, being protective of Mary, and anytime the twins would come near her, he would shove them off, like, literally, like, almost pick them up with his head and, like, toss them.
Wild.
And I wasn't home. Tori was home, and Tori noticed it, but he just had surgery, so he's not supposed to be doing anything. And so he's calling me. I'm like, okay, I'm on my way, And so we ended up pulling Mary and the twins and putting them in the chicken tractor. And she kind of, like, I guess from the ram doing that, I don't know if she just got confused and was like, oh, I shouldn't like these things. Because it took her a little while to, like, really start feeding them how she should be feeding them. But I just kept them locked up. Like, nope, you ain't got a choice. You got to take care of those babies. Because I'm not doing it for you.
Yeah.
And so they're fine now. She's feeding them fine now. I still have them locked up, though.
Yeah.
Because one of them got hurt. One of them's limping on its back leg. Like, I don't know if Mary, like, laid down on it or kicked it.
Stomped
or I have no idea. But, I mean, nothing feels broken. And the lamb still gets up to nurse just fine. It's not slowing her down too much. So I'm kind of like, okay.
Those things usually work out on their own.
I think it will. So, but they're locked up until further notice.
I don't blame you.
Yeah.
Good call. Good call, farmer.
So I guess next week when we check in, you'll have planted tomatoes, and you can tell us all about how you did it.
Okay.
Okay.
Sounds like a deal.
Perfect.
All right. Until next time, y'all.
Bye, y'all.
Bye.